Welcome to the court. I am its Jester. Let's see where we left off. Oh, so much has happened. We gave up our curse stone for, like, healing or whatever. We gave it to the bitch. Together with Yoshimi's fiance, Mayu, Yako and Mio report all they've learned so far to Satsumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. Yeah, we gotta go stop a Wait, Nejima's dead. Like, he's dead. We're good on that. Oh, we have to get the Yin scroll. Mr. Tatsumi, this is Mayu Chozawa. Ah, so you're the one. The Sumida police force was looking for you. Glad to see you're all right. Sorry. I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku seemed like they're still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act, once and for all. Get it? 'Cause they sell soap? This is why your daughter doesn't talk to you. Nice one, boss! You're really on top of your game today! Stop trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. Oh, you must be Detective Ario. I heard quite a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. Ah, I heard you had a curse stone too? Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things are really a pain in the ass. I'll gladly hand it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So this is the beckoning light, huh? Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it. He and I were always prepared for the worst anyway. What's wrong? Damn. The trigger for the beckoning light's curse is some serious shit. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said it'd give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How's it work? I'll leave you a note you can read later. We have more important things to worry about now. Right. Mr. Tatsumi, does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Should be. I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as we can. Let's see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Yeah, Shogo had that one. Yoko has that one! Oh shit, where is she? We haven't seen her since the prologue. Someone made off with the one-sided reach which Nejima had. Yeah, damn shame. After that, we don't know about the Teiko of Sugaru either, do we? So, we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around out there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Oh, Mayu, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her at the spot I was told. She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime really has her shaken up. I briefly explained our situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Here, this is what you're looking for, right? Yes, I believe that's it. Thank you so much. Mr. Sasumi, about this. Right, you should hold on to it, Mio. Not like we could use it as is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we get both halves together. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Do you know where the other talisman is? I do. His whacked out daughter has it. Yes, probably. She stole it off a little girl that her boyfriend ran over with his car. This is Hajime's last job. Finish it for him, okay? We will. Come to think of it, did Old Man Ashimiya end up getting away? So word's already out, huh? He was cornered, but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? So that's all they're reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Satsumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yup. His daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss couldn't believe it. Damn it. The hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Oh, she super did that. Well, it's just a possibility. Ugh. If we're talking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Nejima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse stone? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows would be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a sec. But that would mean... the inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Huh? Did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Teiko of Sugaru if that's the case. Did we? My memory's still a little hazy. You've got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? Ugh. It just hits a little too close to home now. Why? Because after hearing all the awful shit she's done, you realized you did a poor job raising her? The cobbler's children have no shoes. But either way, we have to find her as soon as possible. Oh, Mr. Sumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nakagoshi, but I heard someone look into something for me. So even the desk jockeys are lending a hand. Brings a tear to your eye. So what'd they say? Right, about the Amioji woman who was in the Ito at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. Are you slut-shaming her? This sounds like slut-shaming. It seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory for the foot-washing mansion. Huh. So she must be the one who fought with Seaman over the right. And they found that her name was Ashino. Ashino, huh? What else? That's all. That's not much help. Oh, but apparently she was quite the powerful Amioji. And she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the Seven Mysteries. A vengeful spirit? If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that that spirit awakened and possessed them. Oh, Yoko. Yoko, what did you do? She's been strangely absent. Yeah, you mentioned before that spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though this, of course, doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Seaman's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were too. They might just be desk jockeys, but they wouldn't give us this info if it was only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomena or things like that. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. There it is, our abnormal phenomenon. Mio, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time, who we've been calling the mastermind. They might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Amioji named Ashino, the enemy of seamen. So do we have any idea who they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Mio, would you be able to tell right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Michio had fused with your consciousness, Yako. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when spirits of a higher caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh. I'm sorry, my skills still need a lot of work, and I don't have anything else to offer. Mio, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or other. Thanks. Think. It feels like we're finally coming up on the moment of truth. I don't know what will happen when we put the talismans together and obtain the record of Fate's Yin Scroll. This is why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing. There's a very good chance that his daughter has Michio Shirashi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get back to that search. Best of luck. What the hell has she gotten herself into? I guess this is the end of his family line too, huh? All the people who inherited that talisman before him are all gone. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is a woman possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Amioji Ashino. I see. Is this mastermind also the one who killed Hajime trying to get the record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Yes, I think that's very likely. So that's how it is, huh? Then I want you to catch them no matter what. Now, is that everything we needed to chat about? If you don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. Actually, there is one thing. Oh, what's that? Just completely hypothetically. Hypothetically, what if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she's a woman. It seems like she was after the talismans. Sorry, don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on, we've got to look at the facts. But that would mean Inspector Tsutsumi would also have to be one of Ashino's descendants. Oh, right. You're just a normal person, right, Inspector? Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some Amioji. Oh. But, well, if you put it like that, her being the mastermind, it's possible. Really? I say possible, but I mean unlikely, is what I want to think. Damn it, I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. No, it's not that. There's something I never told her. Never wanted to tell her. The truth is, she's not my real daughter. What a twist. What? 20 years ago. Well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a baby. Do you know anything about her birth parents? You could say I do, I guess. But really, I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Oh my god, is she the baby you found with Nejima on that case? Ario. You heard what I said, didn't you? Just now? About 20 years ago? No, boss, that can't be. She was the baby of Nejima's wife that he brought back with necromancy. Nejima's! That's right. When we arrested Fumichika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. That was my daughter, Hayame Tatsumi. She goes by Hayame Tono now. What? Someone had to take care of her. A baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came from. But boss, according to Nejima, that baby, it's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. Yeah, this is a lot. What? Personally, I think that story is bullshit. According to Nejima. My goodness! It's hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true? I've got a few doubts. We have to question whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. There are no records of her, and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic. I agree. No matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that a spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking too. The more natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's, and that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origins, we have to consider the possibility that she could be a descendant of Ashino. Huh? If nothing else, their names are pretty similar. Okay, assuming all of that is true for a moment. Ayame getting taken away by Nejima and then killing him. That would mean that she killed her own father. That's some pretty karmic justice right there, though. Calm down. This is all still conjecture. But now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that. I understand. All right, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clear all of this up. She's gonna go to prison. She's done some illegal shit. She was a passenger in a hit and run and encouraged the driver to drive away, went back to the scene of the crime, and then stole something off the body of a corpse. A corpse of a little girl! This bitch is going to jail! I feel like the narrative of this game really wants me to care about what happens to Ayane. Like, really wants me to be invested in her and her story. And I just think she's the worst. The talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. So if anything happens, please call the police. We will. I'm worried about Hitomi, so I'm going to head to where she is. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you all. You need to go discipline your kid. Like right now. Satsumi and Ario continue their investigation, deciding to meet with Ayame Tono to get to the bottom of it all. What will the conclusion to the curses of the 7 mysteries of Hanjos, to Seaman and Ashino's intertwined fates? Oh shit, is this the end of the game? Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years. How have you been? She's been doing crime! I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition. Ah, not one to mince words, eh? You came alone, right? Yeah, it's just me. You make it sound like I'm handing over ransom money for hostages. I just don't want to get caught, okay? I love that they're all just watching from the bushes like, okay, let's see how this shit family reunion goes. Is he gonna put his daughter in cuffs? He better put that little bitch in cuffs. Never thought I'd see the day that you called the police. There's something I needed to see you about. Well, all right then. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's go through things one by one. About being taken hostage. I'm sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt? Wow, I didn't expect that from you. Huh? I thought you'd just start questioning me before you bothered to ask how I was doing. Well, I am still your father. Oh, maybe the boss can handle this after all. I'm fine. I managed to get away somehow or other. Right, I'm glad. Ask about Fuchimika and Nejima. Then I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima? And if I did, would you hide me from the police? Well, I don't know if I... That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really care about. Yes, I did it. You. I don't think he even knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to the gardens, and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So there's no going back now. That's not true. You can still make things right before you make them worse. Then let me say it another way. This is my chance, and I won't throw it away. Bitch! That painter lived a full life. He lived to his, 90s. He had a life well lived. Don't try to bring the old man back from the dead, you sick fuck. Your chance? Why she wants the right. Why are you willing to go so far for the right of resurrection? What do you want with it? Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. Yeah, because your reasoning is nonsensical and ludicrous. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea completely. Because the idea is stupid and should be dismissed completely. Come on, I wouldn't do that. I would. Maybe together we can think up a way for you to get what you want without resurrection. I want to bring Katsutsuka Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? What, a Hokusai the ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back to life? That'd be quite the feat, huh? That's you. I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. Though I'm sure you never noticed. Really? I had no idea. It saved me. Bitch, you were never in danger. Hokusai is the reason I'm still alive today. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I didn't know you felt so hopeless. He would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. About the talisman. Can I ask you one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shirashi had? Michio Shirashi. Yeah, the little girl you were an accessory to the murder of. From the car crash you were in with that Namagaki guy. Oh, with Yutaru? Yeah, it was there. Yutaru? That sounds like... So you and him were... not really. He was kind of a boring guy. What? You're serious? But he said... You're getting off track, Mr. Tatsumi. The talisman. Get back to the talisman. We shouldn't have relied on him for this. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But with the hit and run case on top of everything, you're in really deep. Is that what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, no, tell me about the talisman. Did you take it from the scene? You mean this? That's it! I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all. There's really no other reason. What's the big deal? Is it really that special, this whole thing? Yes, it's really important. Would you mind giving it to me? Important? For what? I don't know. Maybe for the grieving mother of the girl you killed. For putting a stop to the curses of the 7 mysteries. Don't tell her that. She's gonna throw it in the river. Oh. So that means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the rite. Then no way. I'm definitely keeping it. Oh, I screwed up on that one. You screwed up on a lot of things. Look at the fucking monster you raised. Mr. Tatsumi, you really can't do any better than that. Come on, the talisman! Will you give me the talisman? What? No way. I can't lose the rite. From the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that it was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy. You're really serious about this? Did Nejima say anything to you? He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure. Yeah, not surprised there. So I said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Wow, you're a fucking bitch. Harsh. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. No! Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal. So is she! But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. Oh, you are just like your daddy. No, you're different. She is not. Am I? No, you're not. Well, maybe not that different. See? Even you admit it. But at least you're honest. I know I haven't been the best father, but I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they'd committed a crime? Is this where you reveal that she's been cutting up animals in the backyard and you never took her to a psychiatrist about it? How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like that. Yeah, plenty of parents take the fall for their children, or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong. But maybe as a parent, it's the right thing to do. No, it isn't. If you never discipline your kid, they're gonna be a fucking monster. You gotta make them take accountability for themselves. That's what fucking being a parent is. Sometimes you need to make them face responsibility, take responsibility, and face the consequences of their actions. I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side. I see. So that's what it would take, to be on your side. Yeah, to ignore all the horrific crimes she's committed. Murdering Nejima was fine. I stand by her doing that. The whole being the passenger in a hit and run and telling the driver to keep driving and then going back to the scene and instead of telling the police, hey, the guy I was in the car with ran over a little girl, stealing shit off that little girl and helping him cover up the hit and run. Also, she did pressure him into using his curse stone to kill people. He was very afraid of doing that, and she encouraged him to, and then he did it, which makes her an accessory to murder. Of potentially actually innocent people, not people that deserve to die like Nejima, because that was in self-defense. I can't do that. That's okay. I wasn't really expecting you to. So Nejima really didn't tell you anything? Not really, no. About her curse stone. You have a curse stone, don't you? I do. You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would ya? The police will handle any damages the curse caused before you do anything more wrong with it. I'm not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life? That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it. No hesitation. Wow, she's a stone cold bitch. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have? We need to kill her. 3. Not that it matters. 3, huh? I'm not handing them over. How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Mom, I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though, haven't you? I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you. Huh. Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? I did not. Huh. Well, I've heard you're into the nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already was. You're one to talk. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? I am. Well, sure. You can't live as long as I have without having a secret or two. Of course you try to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone, the Taiko Sagaru, works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me. So if you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? I get it. Why you wanted to see me. Then let me tell you one thing first. The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse stone on anyone who tells me a lie. What? How is that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? Oh, I don't think he would. I don't think he would ever hurt you. Me, personally, I would love to use this curse stone on you. As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable. But as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. I gotta put you in the ground like Cujo. You're a bad doggy, and now you gotta go to doggy hell. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I? Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were, so you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my real parent is the man I was just with. Ayame! Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are honestly and truly our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now you're still trying to hide it! Why? Are you really that stupid? Ugh. Boss! Boss! Why is your should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it?
Ayame, listen.
Huh? You're... how?
Ayame, be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter.
No way, how are you still alive?
I don't know what that piece of shit Nejima filled your head with. But you're not Shino. And you're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Right, I guess it's Tono now. Well, that's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be part of who you are.
What? Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse power proves it's not.
Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. And I did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it.
Why? Why say all of this now?
So do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. And if you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me.
You got to. It's the only way to keep the streets safe with this lunatic on the loose. Stop, I can't.
The mastermind behind all this. The one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right. Wasn't you, was it?
No, I wouldn't even know how to do that.
And picking up Micho Shirashi's talisman was just a coincidence, right?
Yeah, I already told you that.
Good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Nejima. Dude, she is so much like Nejima. You can stand on your own 2 legs. You can keep living without escaping into a fantasy. You can hate me. You can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good.
She has done nothing but bad. She is a terrible person.
You're a victim of your curse, too. It's not too late to atone for the hit and run, for using the curse. Don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can, because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life you can.
Dad!
Boss! Boss! Well, she's going to fucking prison. Hope she rots there. Bitch, why are you crying? You did this! That day, at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Good. Tetsuo Susumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Susumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and trusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curse was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed. The Taiko of Sugaru. The deep sound of drums once more reverberates through the night air. How long has it been since we started hearing them each day? Could it be coming from the Daimo's residence? I've heard they have a drum in their fire watchtower, instead of wooden clackers. But I don't see a fire, so why are they sounding the drum? Then one morning a body was found. Isn't that old man Konzo, the ukiyo-e painter? He lived nearby, but had been down and out for years, despite his best efforts to sell his works. Every now and then his granddaughter would visit, and he would teach her to paint. It was the old man's only pleasure. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams, curses, souls, resurrections. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by a sudden zeal and began to paint with great fervor. His work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed the strange imagery. Even the daimyo had taken notice. What could possibly have happened? The people whispered amongst each other. It looked almost as if he had been beaten like a drum. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. I can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found. Oh, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely? Yup. We sent her home in the patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end. Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. Is the game still going? Oh, we're in the park where Shogo died. That can't be good. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone, the Whispering Canal, and who the mastermind is. But we have to deal with the thing before I can worry about any of it. How's it going with the 2 talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The thing inside the talismans that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll kept folded by the seal. Who would have thought the talismans actually contained the scroll itself? So that's the Yin Scroll then. What did it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out. Okay, unlocking the seal. Got it. Sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it. Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko jam, and a reed. Remove the 5 seals in the right order. Got it. If we get it wrong, is it going to, go boom? Huh? No. We'll just have to try it again. I've tested it once already. Oh, you already tried it yourself. So brave. I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the right have already been unleashed. And I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready. Remove the seals. Okay, let's go check the curse stone files. Oh, the one-sided read. Okama was a lovely woman. She was spirited, worked hard, and lived a frugal yet pleasant life until her husband hanged himself. My husband, a swindler? Who would believe such a thing? Okama was determined to clear her husband's name. That is when she met Tomozo, a man that was stranger to these parts. This man must be one of the daimyo's spies. It appears that after my husband, I will be next. So be it, but what is he hunting for? Okama, putting on the airs of a woman mourning her husband, went to the bridge nightly to seek information from Tomozo. She soon discovered that she was right, and that her husband had been deceived. Okama decided to bring her newfound knowledge to the daimyo, much to Tomozo's alarm. Angered at having been misled, he confronted her on the bridge, but Okama would not listen. She cursed him, called him vile names, and eventually his patience had worn thin. Blood spattered everywhere, and by the time he returned to his senses, it was already too late. He looked over the bridge with a river of blood below and saw the corpse of a woman missing both an arm and a leg. Okay, we need to keep track of the mysteries. So, let's just go and see if we get lucky. Move the seals. Correct order. The carp, the light, the beech leaf, the taiko drum, and the reed. Okay, let me check the beech leaf again. He deceived us, a swindler. So I think it's gonna go carp, light, drum, leaf, reed seal. Carp, light, drum, leaf, reed seal. I don't think that was right. Nope, no good. Okay, let's try again. Okay. I think it goes the car... No, wait. The light, because he died. And then the girl drowned. And then... the man got killed for swindling. And then his wife got killed after that. And then the guy that killed the wife got drummed to death. I don't think that was right. Nope, no good. Consult with Mio. It won't explode or anything, so we might as well give it a try. Okay. Maybe we need to do it in the... maybe the order I had it was right. We just need to go backwards. Because I do think that was, like, the timeline of events. But rather than going from first to last, we should go last to first. So what did I have? Okay. It ended with the drum. Then the reed. Then the leaf. Then the carp. Then the light. I don't think that was right. Maybe I have... Okay, I'm trying to think because the stories do have... I don't want to reread all the stories, so I'm trying to go off the stories from memory. Maybe... Okay, the drum. Then the leaf. Oh, random guessing worked. Wow, you got it right. It's open. It looks like it took 4 tries, but you did it. I just needed some time to get warmed up, that's all. Now we can finally read what's written inside. Let's see. The text has been preserved. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Those who seek a forestill disaster must gather these 3 items in one place and cast my rite of cleansing. My soul that is my curse echo. My body that is a living continuation of my bloodline. My spirit that is its own consciousness. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the rite of resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we call the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right? Yes, the resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. Ah, is there anything else? Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I want to read that again. I want to take a closer look at that. According to the records of fate, this mysterious ritual is designed by Abi no Seaman. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs collected as sacrifice to the Saizen. This secret art of converting the souls to soul dregs is out of reach for all but most skilled practitioners. Here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Whoa, he foresaw all of this happening. And it continues. Those who seek to forestill disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is, my curse echo. My body, that is, a living continuation of my bloodline. My mind, that is, my own consciousness. Well, all of his bloodline is fucking dead. Wow, so if we gather these 3 things in one place, Seaman's Rite of Cleansing will activate and completely negate the curse of the Rite of Resurrection.
Oh, that's it. That's exactly what we need.
These 3 things are Seaman's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Seaman's curse echo.
His curse echo, so Seaman himself is part of the 7 mysteries.
Now that you mention it, Mr. Arashi said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers.
What kind of hint is that? Maybe it'll make more sense if we keep looking. But still, will the curse echo appear if the curse bearer is already gone?
Next, the body of a descendant of Seaman's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Seaman? He and Michio Shirashi, who had the other talisman.
But both of them already passed by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed. Damn, that's true. What are we gonna do?
His bloodline was so split up. There have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too.
Where? Is it another hint?
As for the body, seek not only the one who bears my blood, but the one with strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says.
Do we know anyone like that?
I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next in mind is...
What's the difference between the mind and the soul?
In paranormal theory, it's said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought of the part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or oneself. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is like the control system, and the mind is the driver.
I see. That makes sense. So is there a hint for finding this one too?
Well, let's see. There's this. Should the Rite of Resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Seaman tried to seal away the Rite of Resurrection, but before he could, Ashino stole the Record of Fates. So, as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal.
Okay, but what does that actually mean?
What it means is, Seaman's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now.
What?
So we have to get that person together with everything else.
Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Seaman. Then we just need to get them together in one place and we'll be good to go.
Right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person.
Oh. But who could that be?
If it's like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako, Seaman's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord?
Oh, then that person could already be...
Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way.
Huh?
Excuse me, could I interrupt you for a moment?
Oh, there she is!
Who might you be?
Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Huh?
I'll even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them.
Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me?
Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do?
Well, it's not like we need this exact spot, and we can't just do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else.
Sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way.
Oh, fuck. She's gonna use the curse stone.
What?
It hurts! This is a curse! Damn it! Oh, God.
I think that was it. Was that the true ending? You have my heartfelt thanks for your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. I didn't like that ending. 2 characters I really liked died. I didn't care for that at all. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna be right back. We're getting a better ending, damn it. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so this is her waking up. And then if he leaves... Yeah, okay, so we gotta go back to her chapter. Starting from something's happening to Yoko. What happens if we kill her? Yoko. Something's got Yoko really rattled. She's trying to get us look behind her so she can kill us. Keep yelling her name. Oh, wait, what? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. There's nothing there. What can I do? I have to do something on... I have to go back to Shogo's route, and I have to prevent Shogo from dying. Okay, let's go back to where she was dead. Oh, Takumi. The cold night air. It makes me want to scream, but I've got bigger problems right now. I need a topic to keep him talking. My best bet would be about Takumi. Just keep talking to him. Keep him busy. Oh, ghost. Yeah, we saw that the first time but never did anything about it. Huh? The hell is that? It looks like a light floating in midair. Huh? The hell is that? It looks like a light floating in midair. It's closer. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of the 7 mysteries? It looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe. Was there anything about like that in the 7 mysteries? Touch it. Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? New chapter. I remember back all the time ago when we started, we saw that and never did anything with it. Cleansing, Shogo Oki. When the body, soul, and mind of Seaman Tsukumito have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. Everything we've done, we can undo. So that none of this stuff even happened. My. Finally, you have arrived in this juncture. I expected no less from you. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. I may have, at times, looked at a walkthrough, I admit. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. About what exactly the soul, the body, and mind of Seaman Tsukamoto are. Firstly, which of the curse echoes represent the soul of Seaman Tsukamoto? The beckoning light. Because that's the one that's the most powerful one. Because it can go and, like, use other people's curses on them. Yes, that's exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Seaman wandered about near Honaji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo, which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa. But when called forth by Seaman's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Seaman Tsukamoto? Who was his body? His descendant who carried his blood in their veins? Shogo, because when we did the first chapter and we were like, how many people has Shogo killed? The answer was 1, even though we killed way more, because Shogo didn't do it. Seaman possessing him killed all those people. Correct again. Although Shogo Oki was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. Oh shit, they were trying to have a romance going, but they were related. Whoops! Good thing that never escalated. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Oh, so not related. We're good. Clear. Seaman and Ashino, fated to meet again, all these 100 of years later. Now for my final question. Who is the mind of Seaman Tsukamoto? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. It's us. It's me. Oh, I see. You believe it to be Jester? Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are. Seaman's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, the descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Seaman's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. Ah, but due to your influence on Shogo Oki's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things to which could have answered all your questions, had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Oki willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Oki had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Oki would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayu Chozawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. In truth, Yoko is a descendant of the Amioji who also continues to practice in modern times. Her ancestor, Ashino, attempted to steal the rite of resurrection in Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots and was disappointed to find her bloodline has fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers. She devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and performed the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual sense and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul dregs by calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curse increase the more people know and fear them, she first entrusted the Record of Fates to local historian Hideki Urashi, who could be used to easily spread the rumors. She also contacted Fumichika Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, and obtained the curse stones needed to gather soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino, and readily agreed to aid his revival. While carrying out these steps, Yuko learned the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Ariashi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigations, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of seamen and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threats, she killed him with the curse to ensure Seaman's descendant would not stand in her way. As her preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogo Oki, also a descendant of seamen, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure that he would be located nearby and is subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of seamen would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by seamen. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you know now, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? I wouldn't want it. I would destroy it. It's not worth it. Oh, I see. That was Seaman's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you truly for all the work you have done. That's what happened? I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Amioji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started, though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end this way, like this, from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3. Ma'am, what is it? Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right. Of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that we will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's evaded our reach until now, an eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Whoa, what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this amongst the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What? What the hell? Boss, look! Look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it, and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart should be. No. Do you think, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try and connect everything to the occult? Damn it. Is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Mio, it turns out that Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there really never was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be. No. I should have never believed in this blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, the rite of resurrection has never existed, not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time. Reicher, Wise out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now. I'll follow him. That's the kidnapper. Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me out. She's always following me. sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed? By this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, and Boss is hiding something. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from a why. Whoopsie, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing as so heinous as what you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimiya after all. Nothing but a lonely janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? Well, you know, more or less. I think we got the true ending, guys. I think that's it on this game. All's well that ends well. That was one hell of a twist going all the way back to that, though. Loved that for us. Well, now that we're finished with this game, I'm gonna start playing Danganronpa. So that should be fun. I wonder if there's gonna be an after credits scene. So from now on, the schedule is Wednesday nights at 7s, I'm going to still be playing Undertale. And Sunday afternoons at 12, I'm going to be playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Let's enjoy the peaceful music. This is such a nice and happy ending from where we started with the episode 1 murder spree. Yeah, we went overboard with that one. But Shogo's alive. The mastermind is dead. Everyone can still solve their mysteries and end their stories without all that murder. There was so much murder. This was a fun game. I wonder if they're gonna do a sequel. I should look into more games made by the developers of this one, because this was really good. The true end. And we're done. I hope everyone had a good time. But until next week, show's over.